Hello, I'm Kendra Von Esch of Shalom World, bringing you the news from around the globe. A California bill that would have required priests to violate the seal of confession has been withdrawn. Democratic State Senator Jerry Hill decided to withdraw the bill on Monday after learning that it did not have enough votes to pass. The California Catholic Conference issued a statement that the withdrawal of the bill is a victory for religious freedom. Archbishop Jose Gomez of Los Angeles said this outcome is good for the Catholic people of California and for believers of all faiths, not only in this state, but across the country. He went on to say, Senate Bill 360 was a dangerous piece of legislation. It was a threat to the sacrament of confession that would have denied the right to confidential confessions to priests and tens of thousands of Catholics who work with priests in parishes and other church agencies and ministries. Vincent Lambert, the former nurse in France who was in a vegetative state for over a decade, died on Thursday, July 11th. After years of legal battles over life support, putting him at the center of euthanasia debates, doctors began taking him off life support last week after a final ruling by France's highest appeals court. Lambert's case divided both the country and his own family, sparking demonstrations on the streets of Paris. Thousands of people gathered in Santiago and Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic on July 4th to protest the teaching of gender ideology to children in school. The protest focused on repealing an order that the Department of Education established to design and implement this gender policy in all activities of pre-university students. Organizers said the protest included families, schools, parents' associations, and Christian institutions who want to warn about the systematic and organized penetration of gender ideology in the Dominican Republic. The new Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, made a surprise appearance at a Christian conference, declaring that the country needs more of the love of God.
Our freedoms as Christians in this country, and they should be protected. Australia is a free country. There's nothing more fundamental than the freedom of belief.
In light of the religious freedom case of former Australian national rugby player Israel Folau, Morrison assured believers of his intentions to move forward legislation that would further protect free speech of Christians. The Australian Prime Minister said that there was nothing more fundamental than the freedom of belief, whatever that belief might be, and that values of religious freedom should be nourished and protected. Archbishop Charles Chaput of Philadelphia defended the civic involvement of faithful Christians in a powerful message to the Alliance Defending Freedom Summit on Tuesday. Archbishop Chaput said, "We can never accept a separation of our religious faith and moral convictions from our public ministries or our political engagement." He spoke out against the kind of moral sloth that masquerades as tolerance, and argued that tolerance is often invoked as an alibi for inaction in the face of evil. Social media giant Twitter has been forced to take action after a series of posts were made intending to dehumanize religious groups. Twitter is updating its hate speech rules to ban posts that liken religious groups to rats, viruses, or maggots, among other dehumanizing terms. Twitter hopes that its new policy will root out some of this ghastly language and reduce the anti-religious comments seen posted to their platform on a daily basis. Thanks for watching and for your support. Stay in touch on social media, our app, and online at shalomworld.org. May you walk in the light of the Lord, and may peace be with you always.